Hi students, now coming to the next topic in the chapter data abstraction, that is data abstraction in structure. We already discussed about data abstraction using lists and tuples in the previous video. So now we will discuss about what is structure and what is the difference between list and structure. Let us see that. Okay. So here, see this definition. Structure is a group of data items of different data types represented by a single name. So what is structure? Structure is a group of data items. Data items means what? Variables. Group of variables of different data types represented by a single name. That is called structure. Okay. So what is list? In the previous video, I explained about list. So what is list? Sequence of values surrounded within square brackets and separated by commas. Okay, sequence of values are surrounded within square brackets and separated by commas. That is called list. It stores different types of values. We can store multiple type of, we can store any type of values in a list. Okay, this is the definition of list. So see one example for the list. In this list, the sequence of values is stored within square brackets and separated by commas, but each element binds with another one name. Okay, the 10 is assigned to x variable and 20 is assigned to the y variable. Similarly, structure is also a group of data items, a sequence of values of different data types that represented by a single name. Next point, in object-oriented programming languages, it is called as class. What does it mean? In object-oriented programming languages, the structure is called as class. So what do you mean by class? Class means collection of objects. What do you mean by object? Object is a instance of a class. So now let us see the difference between list and structure in data abstraction. Okay. So I am writing list and here I am writing structure. If you want to store the information about a person, first name and last name, mobile number, email ID. If you want to store the information about a person in a list, you can write like this. Okay. So here, these are the elements that are stored in a list person. Each element is bounded with another one name, which means each element binds with a different name. Okay. So this Batmashri name is binds with the variable first name and it is stored in the variable last name. And this mobile number is stored in the variable mobile number and this mail ID is stored in email variable. So these are the values, these are the variables. Okay, these elements are stored in a list. What is the name of the list? Person. Okay, so this is list. But if you want to store the information about more than one person, then what you will do? Now you need to create several variables again and again for each person. For example, person 1 and person 2 and person 3, etc. So you create first name 1 and last name 1 and mobile number 1 and mail ID 1. This is the variables that belongs to person 1. For person 2, first name 2, last name 2, etc. 2. Here for person 3, first name 3 and last name 3, mobile number 3. So if you want to store 100 number of persons in a list, this is very difficult to write these variables again and again. Okay. So this way is very difficult to store the information for several persons. Okay, because you need to create several variables for each person. So it is very difficult, but you can solve this problem by using structure. How will you solve this problem? For that, you just create the structure person that has the members for first name, last name, mobile number, email. This is the class name, which means class is also called as what? Structure. This is structure. And this is the function that is used to create the structure data type. And these are called variables. First name, last name, mobile number, email are called what? Variables. Is used to store the information about the person. So these are the data members. It comes under the structure person. So if you want to store the information of several persons, use this structure for every person. For several number of person, you just create the objects P1, P2, P3 and so on. Okay. So let us write the pseudocode for this example. Class means structure and person means what? Class name and creation. Write the function creation and next write the data members. What are their first name and last name, mobile number and email. Okay. So this is the pseudocode for the person using structure. Okay. So here next we will see about what is class and what is object. So you already know that what is class. Class is a collection of objects. Okay. What is object? Object is instance of a class. This is a person. Okay. This is person 1, person 2, person 3. So this is one object. This is one object. This is another one object. This is class. So what is class? Collection of these objects is called class. Okay. So the class having data members such as name, mobile number, email ID. Here each and every object belongs to this class. Okay. So this name, mobile number, email are the common specifications of a person. All of these objects having these common properties. But in separately, object having its own attributes and behaviors. Which means the object having its own data members. Because name of the person one is Padmashri and his mobile number is 978 and his mail ID is Batma. The name of the person two is what? Winston and mobile number is 87, mail ID. Each object having different name and different mobile number and different email ID. Okay. So each object is having its own attributes, its own data members. Okay. But class having common specifications, common data members. So this class is called as blueprint of objects. Okay. So this is the difference between class and objects. Okay. So let us see another one example. So you are taking as a cookie cutter as a class. This is the cookie. Okay. Using this cookie cutter, you can make many cookies. Okay. Using this cookie cutter, you can make many cookies. So cookie 1, this is cookie 2, this is cookie 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here cookie cutter is called class. These pieces of cookies are called what? Objects. Okay, are called objects. So finally, what is class? So we can define a class: bundled data and the functions that work on the data. So bundled data and the function that work on the data. Okay, this is called a class. So this is about the data abstraction in structure.